Lucas Dailey has just been in the Lorraine studio. He's an extremely special 7-year-old. He's a budding young author and illustrator, and he has raised almost £1,000 for his local hospice.
And right now, he's in our green room with his mum. Now, Lucas thinks he's here as part of a special behind-the-scenes tour, but there's a surprise coming up as he makes his way to our studio.
Yeah, here he comes. He's been helping the hospice where his granddad spent his final few days last year. Well, it's earned him a nomination for our 1 Million Minutes Young Loneliness Champion Award.
And we've already had 25 million minutes pledged this year for charities which need volunteers. Those pledges all make the sorts of difference that young Lucas has himself.
And here he is. Very good morning to you, Lucas. Now, how are you feeling this morning?
Good.
What are you here to do?
Just talk about my book.
Talk about your book? Yeah, and the money that you've raised? You're on a studio tour, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You sweet in his mouth.
Oh, typical.
You've got a sweet to keep you going. I don't blame you. It's early. Now, you think you're a finalist, don't you, for our award? Shall I break some news to you this morning? You are the winner.
Well done.
Absolutely brilliant. Our 1 Million Minutes Young Loneliness Champion Award. How do you feel about that?
Very special.
Oh.
Well, you are very special. I know.
Well, I'm champ.
You're a champion. Here's your award.
Take his hand.
We'll have to shake hands first.
Oh, congratulations, Lucas. Do you know what? Look at that.
Oh, yes.
You're the Young Loneliness Champion. And do you know what? We've made a special film all about you. Do you want to watch this?
I'm Lucas. I've just turned 7 and I'm fundraising for a local charity hospice. My granddad spent his final 5 days here. His name was Rick. I miss him. Sometimes at school I do cry. I do fundraising to say thank you for having my granddad for his final few days. Sometimes when I feel lonely, I pick up a book or a pencil and start to write or read. I wrote a book called Bowman, and he is a superhero and trying to save the world. This is the book I'm selling to fundraise this hospice.
So Lucas and my dad had a really strong relationship. I'm extremely proud of Lucas. The way that he just picked up the pen and paper and started writing all by himself. His book that he wrote was a way of him saying thank you to the hospice and the work that they did with his granddad. Hopefully it will help families like our own that have lost a loved one and are feeling lonely at these times.
So Lucas gave up a lot of his time and volunteered a lot of his time to write these books. And not only have they been fundraising, but he's been incredible by donating some of them to the hospice. We've then been able to put them into our family room. So having Lucas's books in there is really important. It shows to all of those people in our community that there is someone out there supporting us. It gives them a little boost. It's something, a little distraction for them and something nice to read when they're maybe going through a difficult time.
The books bridge a gap, to kind of let you know that you're not going through things alone, that it can be really scary. It brings a comedic element to it, which is really important in palliative care. Mostly people are blown away that a young boy has written that, you know, the admiration they have for him, his creativity, the fact that he took it upon himself to do this, it's just marvellous. And the stories and his mind and how it works. And as well, it thinks if a little boy can get through this, then I can too.
When I get older, I'll be writing longer and longer books.
Well, huge congratulations. And the book Rob has been reading this morning while we've been in some of our breaks.
Yeah.
There it is.
Bone Man Collection, books 4 to 6. And this is your first book. I like them all. This is my favourite one.
Now, you wrote those in order to raise money for the hospice, and that's a hospice where your granddad spent some time before he sadly passed away. What would you like to say about your granddad?
Well, it was quite fun and some jokes with him, but then he just picked me up from school and I was in reception one day. He felt weird after, and then they found out we had cancer.
And you must really miss him. Yeah. And I expect the hospice looked after him really beautifully, didn't they? And good for you for raising money for them. And, Mum, that's your dad that you'd lost, and I'm sorry for your loss.
Thank you.
They obviously had a very special bond.
They certainly did, especially before the lockdown happened. Used to see him very regularly, didn't you?
Did your granddad like football, like you, Lucas? Who did he support?
Chilton.
Ah, and who do you support?
Not really, I just follow me around. My dad see off to us, so...
Ria, I can't imagine just how proud you are and how proud we all are of you. And this is really amazing writing. And I read the book, but at the end it says all about the author, whose books I've been reading. Lucas enjoys a number of different sports, tennis, swimming, as well as Lego, word games and number games. But it says you also enjoy football, is that right?
Yeah.
Well, I think we've got another surprise for you now, Lucas, because here's someone you might just recognise. I think it's your favourite footballer, Millwall's
Hello, Mitchell.
And he's joining us live from West London.
Billy, what would you like to say to Lucas, our champion?
Good morning, everyone, first, and good morning, Lucas. How are you?
I'm good.
Good. Lovely to see you, mate. I'd like to say, on behalf of everyone at Millwall, we are incredibly proud of you. The work you've done is absolutely astonishing, and to believe that you've just turned 7 is hard. So really well done, mate. I've read the books personally. I absolutely love them. And I know that your mum, dad, your mum sitting next to you and your granddad would all be very proud. So massive well done.
Lucas, you've been a mascot, haven't you, at Millwall? What was that like?
Fun. I went out with Mitchell once.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, well...
He scored against Tottenham, so we don't like him that much, but never mind. Lucas, you've got books 4 to 6. When's the next book coming out?
Well, I've made books for little children, like younger children. Where is Bowman, and there is Bowman and Bowman's Feelings.
Oh. Just got to finish off the illustrations, haven't you?
Yeah.
Right.
That's brilliant.
I love your characters, and you talk a lot about loneliness and being a superhero. What does being a superhero mean to you?
Well, it kind of make you be a hero and save things. I got nationality for this award. It's kind of like this award because you're saving.
Yes, you're saving people, and you're also inspiring people. And we've also got a special Christmas present for you. And Ian, our superhero, because he's our studio manager, is going to present that to you this morning. Happy, happy Christmas, Lucas, and congratulations on being our 1 million minutes Young Loneliness champion.
Massive Harry Potter fan, but I hear on the grapevine you're Gryffindor. Is that right? Hufflepuff all the way.
What would you say, Lucas, for... Because children do sometimes get lonely, don't they? Even though they might be, you know, in a big classroom. What advice do you give to children who are feeling a bit down like that?
So it was first, this started happening. I started, like, helping children in the classroom when they felt lonely. Because when my granddad died, I was out in the playground once. I cried, my friends just helped me. Just find there.
Yeah, but it's good to have friends, isn't it? And to let them know how you feel. And then they can rally round you and help you out. Well, Lucas, it's absolutely brilliant. And you know what? I'd like to say thank you, especially because since you've been on air, 1 million more minutes have been pledged by viewers inspired by your story to our campaign. So congratulations on that.
Yeah.
Have an absolutely lovely Christmas. I'm so sorry you lost your granddad. Yeah. He'd be so proud of you. Have a good one.
Thank you very much.
We're so proud of you. Thanks, Mum, Ria. And Lucas, these are absolutely brilliant books. I suspect you're going to raise even more money as well. Looking forward to the next one.
How do people get their hands on the books, Mum?
It has recently this week gone up on Amazon.
Brilliant.
So you can look up Lucas Dailey Bone Man and you should be able to find the book on Kindle and paper. We're back.
That's fantastic. Published author and 1 million minutes loneliness champion.
7.
Just downing the water this morning. All over the face. Oh, Lucas, you're an absolute superstar. I can predict hiccups in the next couple of minutes. It's good to see you. Well done. Lovely to see. Remember, a simple act of kindness can change someone's life. If you've got a minute or two to give, please use the QR code in the bottom right-hand corner of your screens to make a pledge, or visit our website itv.com/1 million minutes, where you can find all the information that you need.
Now let's take a look at the weather with Alex. You're brilliant, Lucas.